Dad, why are they all empty?
So welcome back to another video, and I have been out hunting and I was lucky enough to find this little puppy. Now if you know what you're looking at, this is a Matchbox Super Chase, but I did not find just one, I found two. So guess what? Let's open up one. So before we open up the 05 Ford GT Super Chase, we'll take a quick look at the box art. There's actually not that much to look at, but I do want to talk about the Super Chase itself. What does it mean, and is it rare? Well, for starters, I do like the box art. I like these little cardboard boxes. They're really good to stack on top of each other. But let's have a quick talk about the Super Chase and what does it mean. Well, if you are a die-cast car collector, you know most brands have a Chase model, which is a limited run model for that range release. So each box of Matchbox cars will have a picture on the back showing what's in there, and this one, if it's on there, will be the Chase for that run of cars. Now, if I use Hot Wheels, for example, this is a Super Treasure Hunt from many years ago, the Datsun 510. This only came out as a Super Treasure Hunt for that run of cars, and there was only one per maybe 10 boxes of 72 cars, so these were quite rare. And as you go on, you find out different ways on how to find out what they are and how to find the Chase itself. This is quite easy. You've got the Matchbox Super Chase down the bottom and the red M. And if I show you a standard car, which is an Aussie V8 Holden VF Commodore, this is actually quite collectible as well, but it's not a Super Chase. As you can see, we've got the yellow markings and the yellow writing. So we'll take that away. I was lucky enough to find two, which doesn't make it just as rare. Well, it is. I was lucky enough that both boxes had one each. Now, how will you find this? As you saw in the intro, this was on top of one of the runs of the cars. They're normally placed on top out of the box of cars, but not every box has one in it, so you do have to look. And I've been through 10 before and didn't find the Super Chase. How do you know what the Super Chase is? Well, there is websites out there. I'm not going to show it because I want people to try and find their own Super Chase, because I actually didn't know this was going to be the Ford GT. I didn't know it was going to be a Super Chase until I saw the writing. So I like to surprise myself and try and find if I know which one is the Super Chase. So there it is. So now we'll open it up and I'll show you the difference between what a Super Chase is compared to a normal car, the premium stuff that I add onto it, and I'll quickly show a demonstration of the Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels do what's called Spectra Flame. That's the color, whether it's a red, whether it's a blue, it's got a shinier color. We've got rubber wheels on this one, and with the newer cars, you have a gold flame on the card itself. If I bring over a standard Hot Wheels, as you can see here, we've got your old plastic wheels and a pretty standard color. That's how you determine the difference, rubber wheels and a premium paint job. But now let's crack it open and see what we get from a Super Chase. So let's take a close look at the Super Chase, and as you can see, we've got some paper wrapped around it. Of course, we're in Save the World mode these days, which is good to see. And here it is, very beautiful looking car. I think the main difference with the Super Chases compared to a normal Matchbox car is you do get the rubber wheels, and you also get the Super Chase insignia, I'll call it the SC, on the side, and it's also got Matchbox written on it. Now, is this across the range of Super Chase? Well, I would say the SC would be, and definitely the rubber wheels. Who does it better? That's probably a question I should ask. I do like what Hot Wheels do. I think Hot Wheels really make it look quite premium. The decals on it, you've got the TH in the corner and the rubber wheels. And Matchbox also are trying to follow suit. Now this looks like to me just a standard black paint job, but I do like how they carry the orange theme through the middle, which suits the SC, and then orange down the side. So to me, it's a good looking car. Does it feel more premium than the normal? I would say it doesn't, unfortunately. The rubber tires on these aren't as good as what Matchbox are pumping out, but you know what? We've still got a Chase car, which is really good to see. And of course, whilst I was talking to you, I was showing you some close-ups. Luckily, I have two, so I will be keeping this one sealed, and I will try and seal this one back up. I do like to open up my cars, but at least I can, with these cardboard boxes, I can seal that back up. Now, I do believe Matchbox are also doing a Chase in the open parts run, which is a set of cars that you can actually open the front, the doors, the bonnet, or the boot, depending on what part it allows you to open. I believe there is a chase in that run, correct me if I'm wrong. So it's not just the box cars, and also you can get a chase of the same car at the same run in a blister pack as well. But I prefer the box because you know what? I can open it and I can play with it. So there you go, the beautiful, and I think it's beautiful, and you can hear it very softly rolls because we've got rubber tires, Ford GT 2005 Super Chase by Matchbox.